Today is 6/10/2019. Traded 4 stocks today. My first trade was KHC. KHC, what I saw, it had gapped up on some news in the pre-market. It took out the pre-market high right here. Let's see if I can use these tools today. All right, took out the pre-market high right here. It's going to let me do it, which it won't. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. Took out the pre-market high. I went ahead and went long. It did go up 30.49. Geez, man, I don't know why I didn't take profit. I was expecting a bigger move, I believe. Oh no, what I did is I went long, and I think I looked at my P&L and I was down, and I'm like, oh crap. Came back to break even, got out. It pulled back to the VWAP. A little bit less volume right here. I mean, I can see it better on the 1 minute chart. Okay, yeah. So this was supposed to be a long. Right here at 30, went up to 48.18 cents. That would have been great profit. I was expecting it to kind of go up here and maybe establish a trend back up, maybe up here to 31. So that's kind of the move I went. It did come down here. I added more at the position. No, I went long again and then got stopped out at the VWAP. Didn't break VWAP, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I said to myself, if it broke the 20 cent range, I would get out. My risk to reward was very small on that, so I took a little bit of a loss on that. It did pumped up to 30.38. Now I'm confused as what I did. Went down. Oh. Okay, so I went long, short, and there's another long in here, I believe, somewhere. That's confusing as heck. Let's pull that up. Let me see what I did here real quick. Short, bye-bye, short, buy, short, buy, so. Okay, so this is the last one at 10/9/42. 42. Okay, so here's what must have happened. What I did is I went long, got stopped out. It came back up to, there you go. Came back up. I went long, expecting a move back up here to high of day. Came up. It took a break up to 30.39. Cut my losses. Got a little bit of money back. It came back down. Tested the 9. Sold back up. I went ahead and got out for the day. I kind of thought when it pulled back up on this volume and I went long that it was going to keep going. It didn't. So got out, and I'm glad I did. And if you want to take a look at this bad boy, you can see how I traded it. I'm not disappointed how I traded it, but definitely excited about the trade management, and you can see it sold back off to the 30 level. The next trade I had was DBX. DBX was a good one for me. I also have my eye on pins over here. DBX was a good one for me. DBX came up $22.99. Set myself a 5-cent risk to reward, a 5-cent stop loss. So I got a great entry at $22.98. Stop loss was based off the daily chart. I was thinking break of 23. It did almost execute my stop loss. At one point, the ask was 23.01, but the bid saved me because it did not break the 23 level, so it made me stay in. I always make the bid when I'm short, break my stop loss. So, and as you can see, it got a little smaller. We had some big volume on the small candle here. Then we had a little bit more volume, showing a little bit more red. I was waiting for it to break this level right here of the 90. It did do that. It got down to my target, which was 77. I went ahead and got out at 79, scaled down. It did actually go down to 73, and now it's back up again. This would have been another great entry, but I'd made my money on it. The important factor here is that when it pumped up here, you know, we had some volume, but the candle started declining, and this, along with this whole number being right here at the previous day's close, I felt it was strong resistance, so went ahead and went short. My next trade was FL, or was it? Maybe it was INTC. Yeah, so INTC again pumped up to the whole number. I set my risk to reward up here. Yeah, so immediately when I saw it, so 47.11, 47.07, higher high, and then I see it break below the 9, and then, you know, I've been watching this move up on smaller volume, nothing big, chopping around, breaks the 9, breaks the whole number. I got in and I held on to that thing forever, and I got bored, got out, and as you can see, went back up to 47.11, and now it's again below the whole dollar, but and on some volume too. It might be a good trade, but I'm not going to take that trade. And I'm glad I got out where I did too. As you can see, no volume, but it pumps back up, and then, you know, I would have been stopped out. At least I came out with a little bit of money here. It wasn't a lot. I think I made $21, so, you know, whatever. DBX. Oh, FL. FL was another trade I took. Probably should have stayed in it now that I look at it. If I'm looking at this trade, I'm looking at 41.45, I believe it goes to. And judging by chart here, or price action, it just might. What I did with FL, two trades on it. First trade I took when it broke the whole dollar, got stopped out, 42.03, didn't stick around for it, perfectly fine. But I did notice that it was struggling to come back up, right? My fear was this going to go to VWAP and potentially sell down, but I didn't want to be in that move to VWAP. Now, what drew me to it was this 200-day moving average on the one-day chart. And lower volume, right? At the time I was in it, not a lot of volume. Whole number, I'm going to go for it. My goal was obviously 76. Low of day, so I got stopped out, and then I saw it failing, kind of like a weird double top. It broke the 9, broke the whole number, and I went ahead and took it short, 500 shares. Then as you see, I sold. Hit my price target and below, so I got out. That was a 30-cent move for me, so I didn't want to tempt fate. And as you can see right here, 15-minute 200, not bad. Stock I'm currently watching, PINS. PINS was, you could say, a missed opportunity, but I'm not going to call it a missed opportunity. This stock right here got to 28.80. I was wanting it to pump to 28.83 or potentially 29.06. That was my target, and I wanted it to pump right here and do it, but it didn't. So in the past, I probably would have got into it at 28.80 and I would have been rewarded huge, but I wouldn't consider that a trade. The trade is obviously the whole dollar. Don't really see anything else to trade right now. Yeah, nothing else to trade, so I'm going to take my wins. Walk away for the day, $197, $50, but once I get the new commissions, that'll be different.